Now we're going to take a look at Google Drive. The first thing you need to do is open your Chrome web browser. Once you've opened your Chrome web browser, you'll need to sign in. That's what you'll do right here. Click on the Sign In button. Go ahead and enter your email address. Click Next, and then enter your password. Now you can see you're signed in to Google Chrome, and you know because it'll show either your picture here if you have a picture attached to your Google account, or it will say your name. Now we can go ahead and go to our apps. Our apps is always this square of squares. If you're using a Chromebook, it will be down here in the lower left corner, possibly. If you're using any other type of device, once you're using Google Chrome and you sign in, your apps will be, generally speaking, in the top right corner. So let's go ahead and click on our Google Apps. Today we're going to go ahead and look at our Drive. It's sort of this triangular shaped icon. We'll click on it and take a look at some of the options we have in our Drive. So your Drive is basically your digital filing cabinet. And your Google Drive is stored in the cloud. What does that mean to be stored in the cloud? That means that it's not stored on your computer directly. It's stored on a server that is somewhere remote, and you can access your files by signing into that remote server. What's great about having everything stored in the cloud is that if you need a document and you don't have the device that you originally created the document on, it doesn't matter because you sign in to where that document is located on the cloud, and you can get it from any device you happen to be using. So let's go ahead and take a look. There are a few things you'll notice when you sign into Google Drive. The first thing is over here on the left, you have a list of menu items that you can navigate to. This one, under New, if we click on it, you'll see it opens up. You can create a new folder. You might use a folder like what I have over here to help organize your documents. If you want to upload a file that you've created on your hard drive, say in Microsoft Office, you can upload a file from there. If you want to upload an entire folder from your hard drive, you can do that as well. Or if you would like to create a new document, a new spreadsheet, or slideshow, you can also do that from here. You would just click on the corresponding label and it will take you to that app to create a new file. Under More, you'll find some Google Forms, Google Drawing, and if you've installed any add-ons or extensions, you will see those there as well. If you want to connect more apps, you can also connect more apps by clicking on the Connect Apps button. Underneath New, you will see My Drive. If you click on that, it will show you everything that is in your Drive. You can also see everything in your Drive over here. Scrolling down, you'll see there's everything in my Drive, all of the folders that I have. It doesn't really show the documents that you have on your Drive because you can see those in the view over here. You can see I have some folders and I have some documents that aren't currently stored in folders. So let's go ahead and shrink that up a little bit. Underneath My Drive, you have Shared With Me. If you click on that file, it will show all of the files that have been shared with you. Here's Google Photos. If you've stored any photos on your Google Drive, this is where they will be. You can see I don't have any, so if you want them, then you would just upload them to your Drive and it'll sort them there. Recent, this shows all documents that you have recently opened. So let's say you opened a file and you don't want to have to go search through all your folders and the whole list of files that are there. Just click on Recent, it'll show you all the ones you've recently opened. You can quickly get to it. Starred, these are files that you have saved as favorites. Any of these files that you saved as favorites will appear here. And then your trash is where all of the files you have deleted are located. Now, Google Drive will store those files in your trash until you go and empty your trash. So the great thing about that is if you accidentally delete a file, it's stored in your trash file. You can actually go and recover that file before you empty your trash. Once you've emptied your trash, you can no longer recover that file. Let's go back up to the My Drive view. So in the middle panel, we talked about that a little bit. This is where you'll see any folders you've created, and any files you haven't sorted into folders will also be located here. You can scroll down and look for them, and then just click on any files you want and open them up. If you don't want to sort through them, you can come up here where it says Search Drive, click inside. If you know the file's name, you can type that file's name in here. So let's say I wanted only files that have the word technology in it. I can search here, and it will bring up only files that I have saved that have the word technology in it. Another thing you can look at here is under My Drive. This is very similar to the New button over here on the left. If you click on My Drive, you can create a new folder, upload files again, upload a folder, or create a new file. And again, it takes you and shows you where all of your apps are. You can create a new file in any of those apps that you have connected to your Google Drive. Over here is where you would sort the way, or you would change the way you are viewing your files here. So let's say I want to change it. Now I see just a big list of files. If I want to go back, it'll be more of a list in this way, more compact. Okay. Over here, it'll give me my sort options. I can sort them in alphabetical order. I can sort them by the last modified, or by when they were last opened as well. Here is where I can get information on files. So let's say I wanted to get some information on a file. I can click on that file over here. It will bring up all of the information under the file right here. And then this is simply my settings for my Google Drive. If there's anything I want to change, I will come over here and change those settings. I can also download all the files onto my drive, from my drive onto my hard drive, sorry about that. Any keyboard shortcuts, or if I need any help with my Google Drive, this is where I would come to get them. And that, in a nutshell, is Google Drive. I hope you got some valuable information. A few other things I wanted to talk about on Google Drive is once you've selected a file, so let's go ahead and select a file here. Once you've selected a file, you'll have some additional icons come up. You can get a link to that file. So if you wanted to share that file with someone, you could click on that, get a link, copy it, and then send that link to someone, and they will be able to access that file. If you would like to share that file with a particular person, you have their email address, you want to share it with them, again, you can click here, and you would then type in that person's email address. You can adjust what they can do. It's by default set to they can edit. If you'd rather them not be able to edit, you can allow them to comment, or you can allow them to view only. Okay. If you allow them to comment, they'll be able to make comments off to the bottom that you can then review for feedback purposes, if that's what you would like to do. And then again, you can get a shareable link from this window as well, instead of writing in an email address. This next icon allows you to preview what the document is. So you can click on that to see what it is, just to make sure it's the document you want before you go into open the document. Again, here, if you would like to move it to the trash, then you would click this icon. It will move it into the trash for you. This is the more actions. If you click on it, you can decide how to open that particular file. It will give you a list of options that will open the file for you, a list of apps that will open the file for you. If you want to move it somewhere else, you can click Move To. You can then select the folder that you'd like to move it to, and it will move it into that folder for you. If you would like to select it as a favorite or star it, you can do that from this menu as well. So if I wanted to star it, I can click on the Add Star. It's now starred. And now if I want to go and find it, I can come here and you'll see it's in my starred. It's sort of like a favorite document area. And then we can rename that file as well. You would just click on it and then you can change the name of the file and it'll change it on the actual file for you. You can make a copy of it. When you make a copy, it will create a copy. You can see that down there and it'll say copy of. You can see it was called Aries Queries. Now it says copy of Aries Queries. Probably would want to go and rename it to something else if I was going to share it with someone or something of that nature. And finally, you can choose to download that particular file directly to your hard drive. And that brings us to the end of our Google Drive basics. If you have any questions, please leave me a note in the comments section below, and I'll be sure to get back to you.